Sup? This is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Next Global Alliance Brawn. Now there are already a lot of videos and reviews of this figure, and I will already admit that yeah, I agree, this figure is awesome. His alt mode is basically a armored truck with a gun on top. And as you can see, this is robot mode, but what's cool about it is his transformation from truck to robot mode is kind of interesting because he actually transformed with his weapons in hand. Now, a lot of these videos and reviewers always mention that, you know, as cool as it is, they always wonder if there's ways to store his weapons. Some people actually will use these brown pieces. They will flip them around and have them be used as gun holsters, which I will admit look kind of cool. However, I kind of discovered sort of like a way to actually store his weapon in robot mode without having to change anything. It depends on if you guys like to do it or not, but there is a way to actually store his weapon. And I'm going to remove his guns right now, and just while I'm doing that, I'm going to admit I did not do any form of customization. I bought this strictly straight out of the package, and this is exactly how it was made, so I didn't do anything fancy or any customizing of that nature. Now, as you can see, this is Brawn without his weapons, and here are his weapons. Now, as you can see, they look like regular gun blasters, which is cool, but if you were to flip them over, you would notice that on the weapons, let me bring them down back. See, I just flipped them over. There are slits inside the handle on both the weapons. That's from the other side. Now, when I first saw this, when I got this out of the package, instantly I started looking around on Brawn to see if there was any, maybe a spot or like as if there was a storage area, but nobody had discovered it yet. Now, if you were to look in the instructions, which I normally don't look in the instructions, but because I saw these, it caught my attention, so I looked in the instruction, and it has no information on where to store or what they were for. So, through looking around, I actually found a spot where they can be stored at. Now, as you can see, let me flip him over. He has two giant flaps right here. They're door flaps from his alt mode. If you were to turn them to the side, I'm going to turn them over on this side. Let me move the arm out the way. There you go. As you can see, he has these green struts. That's right here. As you go down, it's going to turn black, and then it's going to eventually, go into the door where there's a little slit that sticks up, that's connected to it. It's right behind where the screw is. Now, alongside here, if you also notice, like up here on the top region, the way it's molded, it looks as if there was something that's supposed to be meant to be there. Now, I understand they also, used it to create space for, keep the alt mode nice and tidy. But if you actually also look and notice, it does have, a spot to store the weapon. So, like I shown, here's the green strut, then it goes to black, and then it will go into brown. This brown tab piece can actually connect with these guns, but depending on which side of the door piece you're using, it gotta be specific for the gun. Now, whoops. Now, as I was saying, move the gun out separate. I'm gonna, show you what I mean by taking one of the weapons here, and I'm gonna store it right there on the tab, and just so that way you guys are not looking at anything weird, something to give you guys see. Let me hurry up and tab this in place. And it can actually tab and hold into place really good. Just trying to get it. There we go. There it is. See? It actually fit into the door without a problem. I used the brown section of the strut tab that was sticking up, and I plugged it into the gun, and as you can see, me pick this up, it's in there really tight. It's not too tight where it's going to break, but it's not going to fall out neither. So as you can see, and you can do that for this gun on the other side as well. With the door flap, it had the same structure. You can see if I turn it on this side, move the arm, there it is. See, kind of the same structure on the other side of the door. You can probably see it a lot better here. You see right there, this brown piece that's sticking up, that's where you want to tab this gun into. So let me try it again for you. Same as the first. There we go. And voila, stored in place without a problem or anything. And like I said, I used a brown portion of the tab to hold it in, and as you can see, now Brawn no longer have to be, you know, like you had to put the gun to the side, or you had to do some weird different transformation. But whoops, let me fix that arm. So there you have it. There's Brawn, unarmed and his weapon stored. And yeah, I hope this was, you know, helpful. Like I said, I did not see anybody take advantage of it. I just did a, you know, look around, and I saw, hey, I wonder what these things can do, and bam, there it is. So figure I'd just share it. Alright then, later.